Hello everyone. Today we'll be discussing love and tolerance. The question is love equivalent to tolerance? We began in honesty, let us end in it too. A quote by Rupi Kaur. Often we find ourselves wondering when and where we will find ourselves crossing paths with our soulmates or the love of our life. Well, what is love essentially? Love is a feeling of affection for a person. But let us not confuse this with tolerance. For tolerance is the acceptance towards feelings of another rather than your own. Love is inevitable, tolerance is not. Tolerance is a choice. Love is not a choice. You can't control who and what you love, whether that's romantically or non-romantically. Because you see, love is not only descriptive when it comes to a couple, but just as you can love your spouse or your partner, you can love a show or your parents, a family member. Love is not a choice. And the greatest gift human beings possess is the ability to communicate regardless of a method in which we do it. Understanding the difference between tolerance and love is a crucial part of life. As much as we love an individual, it is important to speak up and not be silenced. Love means being a risk taker and telling someone what they are doing is going to harm them, even if that means you will be attacked and seen as a bad guy. To tolerate is to live a life in silence. To love is to live a life in happiness. You see, tolerating is not love. Because when you love, you're willing to tell someone when they are in the wrong, even if they may not accept it. To tolerate is to silence yourself because the other person will benefit from your silence. But what about you? You'll live a life with no love if you live in silence. It is why we have a voice to speak up. Because whether you may realize it or not, you could be changing someone's life. Especially if it's someone you love. Many of us dream about the day we fall in love and remain in love. But if there is no more love, you should not tolerate or put up with behavior that demonstrates otherwise than love. You should only tolerate what reflects as love and what is love. Because although tolerance is something we all have, whether it's little to none, it's good to know that tolerance has a limit. Love does not.